for those that don't follow you on social media, speaking of the podcast and stuff that you have, you just recently told a story about Prince coming to see you at Bunkers, and you and Michael having a little bit of an on-stage banter. I was wondering if you would retell that story.
That was an early time when I yelled at him.
I want you to I want you to retell that story for those who have not heard it. And then what I'd like to do is I'd also like to hear Michael's side of that as well, as far as his viewpoint. But we'll start with you, Cory.
Well, I was playing a lot at Bunkers, really cutting my teeth, learning how to play, getting, schooled by Billy Franzi and Michael and Sonny T and Johannes and all the cats there. Showing up every week, hanging out, watching, learning, sitting in, on one or two songs a night. And then eventually Billy, how Minnesota is this? This is as Minnesota as it gets. He had a bowling injury, rotator cuff thing, had to get a surgery, and he was out for 6 weeks or something.
Oh my gosh.
So I was filling in and playing on the Bunkers. And then I eventually also just subbed a bunch of other random times. But during that time, I was still, the band is always kind of tested. Bunkers is this it's this brutal, savage, just pit of, you better be like, the reason why I'm not scared and why I prepare so hard now is because of my training at Bunkers. It's like, you're getting thrown into a pit and Michael will call. It's like, oh yeah, you don't know Serpentine Fire? Cool. Let's count it off. And then it's like, all right. Yeah, I told you I didn't know Serpentine Fire, but you're counting it off. Okay, cool. And that was just like, that was the thing at Bunkers. And then next week you show up and he says, you know Serpentine Fire? And the only answer is yes. So that was the kind of environment. And, tensions are already a little high every once in a while. And then, but once the band's comfortable, get a little loose. And then, normally, if any time that Prince would come by, somehow news would get to the band like, hey, Prince is going to be coming. Or it'd be kind of obvious. They'd like clear out a couple of the tables in the area where he liked to sit. And it's like, oh, they must be clearing those out for a reason, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, band tightens up a little bit more. It's like, oh, okay, all right. The band's tightening up. It's like, what if Michael, you going back to a job interview here? Like, what are we doing? Like, let's just keep playing, But it was just sort of that, like, he's coming, we got to be tight. So we start, band tightens up. You see the tables are empty. Stuff's about to come in. I don't remember what tune we're playing, but all of a sudden I start playing and I'm playing my strap, but I start going into maybe a little more of a telly style tone. I start changing up my voicings, my feel a little bit, just trying to, put the Prince thing on it. And Michael looks over me, because he's always yelling, making sure everybody's staying tight. He's like, hey, what are you doing over there, Wong? He's like, knock it off. I was like, what? I'm sounding dope right now. I'm like, come on, man. Prince is coming. We're going to do the thing. He's like, if Prince wanted to come here and listen to somebody sound like Prince on guitar, he'd just get up here and play guitar himself. So why don't you knock it off and start playing like yourself? I was like, oh, I'm allowed to do that? Sonny just looks over. He's like, do your thing, man. Do your thing, man.
That's right, man.